What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another OU Creative Teams live. I was tasked with the task. Is that a thing? Tasked with the task? I suppose. What do you do with the task? You task it to somebody. Of making a team with a Mega Absol and a Cobalion. And I think I did an okay job. You know, I feel like that's a tough thing to bring to OU because they can really get walled by like Toxapex, and like I wanted to bring Cobalion as like a star of the show, you know, something that's going to get a late game sweep, not just something that like sets up rocks and kind of switches out, which might have been a better role for him. Honestly, I think he would be a lot better of a rocker in this tier, but I decided to bring Seismitoad to put the rocks down. And then I have an Assault Vest, T-Tar, a Rocky Helmet Zapdos, a Double Dance Fidinium Z Cobalion, that should be fun, a Choice Specs Tapu Lele to try to protect the Frail One Mega Absol, which has no physical bulk, no special bulk. Its physical bulk is only slightly better than like Blacephalon, and Blacephalon dies to like dust falling on it, and its special bulk is the exact same. So it is not a pretty sight, to say the least. So it's a team with some holes in it. It's definitely not an easy team to play. So I'm just gonna do my best and see if we can get any wins with this team. I'm hoping we will. Definitely hoping we will. So what I see here is Hoopa, lots of steel types. Oh, Hoopa is not steel. Only 2 steel types. I'm an idiot. Don't pay attention to me. I was just like looking through the team. I just saw like the random like steel, and he was surrounded by. I'm an idiot. Okay, so what do I want to lead with? I feel like I want to lead with my Tapu Lele, but I feel like he probably wants to lead with his Tornadus. It's kind of tough because Tornadus can run a lot of sets, Hoopa can run a lot of sets, and especially when you have like Hoopa's just so fat. I think I'm going to lead with my Seismitoad and try to get up my rocks. Yeah, because I'm specially defensive, I should be able to get up my rocks against this. If this is Flyinium Z, I mean, it might go straight for a knockoff or a Flyinium Z. So I'm actually going to go for a Protect here, just scouting for a Flyinium Z right away. Scouting for a knockoff, yeah, that's another thing that could happen. I like my Rocky Helmet on Zapdos here. And Zapdos is going to be super important for checking the Pinsir and the Kartana. Unfortunately, I don't have Heat Wave, I have Substitute on it. Substitute and Toxic because I'm pretty weak to Toxapex, and then I'd just like to be able to Toxic whatever else. Maybe I should change Toxic to Heat Wave, but I kind of like the whole Subtoxic Roost set. So right here, he's gonna go for another knockoff, I assume, but he's faster than Cobalion, so I wouldn't take much from it. And I don't really have a good way to KO him back. So I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks here. Yeah, it goes right for the Hurricane anyway. That's fine. And I can Protect to get Leftovers back. He probably just wants to Defog, but Defog does not get rid of rocks on the Protect. So yeah, so that's extra recovery there. And then I can get a Toxic off on this Tornadus because he is going to be an issue. And then I'm just going to go for another Protect, honestly. Okay, he predicts that goes Kartana, but we have Zapdos, and Zapdos pretty much always just walls the Kartana. There's not much he can do to hurt us unless he is Darkinium Z, and we do have the Rocky Helmet. So what would he want to bring out on a Zapdos? He might want to go Jirachi and get up his rocks. He might want to go, oh, Clefable actually might be his rocker. So what I want to do is go for a Discharge, expecting Clefable or Jirachi, and hopefully I can get a Paralysis off on this. Fortunately, I do not, but that can let me go out into my Seismitoad. He cannot paralyze me unless he's Body Slam set. Goes Hoopa, good play. Hoopa's a huge problem to our team. I kind of want to go Cobalion on it, but Cobalion will really help take down the Clefable. I'm afraid of him being Choice Band, I think. I think he would go for Choice Band Hyperspace Fury, I would want to guess. He could also be Fightinium Z, which is another really scary set. And this team just does not pair well against Hoopa. Like, every time it comes out, it's going to get a KO. I'd really like my rocks up. I'm just going to rock in front of it. Goes for a substitute. That's terrible. Honestly, that's so bad. I think we can break his sub with Earthquake, though. And hopefully whatever he throws out we'll be able to live one of, unless it's a Z move. At least we know he is not the Choice Band set. Yeah, and since we are especially defensive, we can take one of those. Unfortunately, that kind of sucks that he got the special defense drop. I feel like he would want to go for a... He's either going to sub here or go for a Focus Blast, I think. Because he might be predicting the Tyranitar. But I can't be having him sub. Hyperspace Fury. Oh, he's mixed. Hyperspace Fury is physical, right? I guess he is a mixed Hoopa. So if I bring out my Tapu Lele, he has Jirachi as a switch-in. If I bring out my Cobalion, I don't think he wants to switch into that. Let me see how much a Hoopa takes. Hoopa at -1 should, I think, fall to a knockoff from, I don't know what set he is, honestly. From a Absol Mega, a knockoff should be killing him, yeah, because he's -1 defense. So we can just go, oh, I almost did not Mega Evolve there. Yeah, so we can just go for a knockoff. I assume his switch-in is Clefable, probably wants to get up rocks on me. But we get rid of his leftovers, right? I need to stop fast-forwarding turns. That's foolish of me. I assume he wants to get up rocks here. But I can go into my... I'm between Tapu Lele and Cobalion. In case he does Moonblast, I'm going to go Tapu Lele. He does Moonblast there, so... he has a pretty safe switch into his Celebi, but since I am Choice Specs, he will not take a Psyshock very well. Nor will he take a Hidden Power Fire. I feel like I have to predict the Celebi coming in, so I'm going to go right, or it's Jirachi, you know what I mean, the mythical Pokemon. Yeah, I definitely wanted to go for a Hidden Power Fire there. And usually these things do not run max speed, so I'm tempted to go for another one. And I think I will, yeah. So, that sucks. We did not get the roll. I definitely could have calculated that better. But now he's going to go for an Iron Head, I assume. So I'm going to go into my Zapdos. He also could Wish here, but I just noticed his name is I Love Baton Passing. He could also go for a Wish here, predicting me to switch out. Stealth Rock is another good play by him, but nothing wants to switch into a Discharge, I feel. If I was really bold, I could have gone into my Absol on either of those plays. Yeah, switches into his Clefable, and he is definitely Magic Guard, but we do get the Paralysis on him, which is just incredible. And now that we have the Paralysis on him and the Jirachi is low, we can bring out the Tapu Lele and just go for a Psyshock. Because, oh, not Psyshock, because Hoopa can switch in. I'm going to go right for a Moonblast, and as long as we break through, we should... I mean, as long as we break through, we should. I don't want him wishing, so I'm going to go right for another Moonblast. He switches out, we take the Tornadus' life. That's awesome. I really did not want his Jirachi wishing there, which is why I went for that. And I'm also paralyzed, so there's not too much I can do. He can try to sub on me, but I'm just going to go for Moonblasts, honestly. And my Zapdos is faster than this Hoopa. Unfortunately, it is in the psychic terrain though. So what I'm going to do here is I can either go, I think Cobalion is my play. I want to see how much a Cobalion Ironhead does to a Hoopa with -1 defense will kill, I believe. Yeah, with -1 defense, an Ironhead from Cobalion will kill this. And I just want to Ironhead in case he wants to switch into his Clefable, which I think is probably his best switch here. Yep, switches into that Clefable. And what I can actually do here, I'm very, very tempted to Rock Polish, honestly. Because if I Rock Polish, then I will outspeed everything on his team. But that would be playing with paralysis. That would be, I should live 1 Moonblast, I think. Let me see. But then I also have to flinch down the Clefable. If he soft boiled, I'm gonna go for Rock Polish. Nice, 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 nice. Now let me see if I kill Jirachi with a Stealth Rocking Jirachi with an Ironhead. I will do 12 to, no. I'm going to go, I'm gonna go for Close Combat. He can come out with his Pinsir and Quick Attack me, I believe. OU Wall Breaker. He can go for a Quick Attack on me, and Quick Attack will do not very much, to be honest. Oh, he quits the battle. Nice. So we actually win that with the Cobalion, putting in a lot of work. Obviously, there were some misplays and some really aggressive plays by me in that match, but in the end, like, a win's a win, so I'll take that result. And also, like, a team like this, you kind of have to make predictions. It's not something with a lot of fat mons on it. Like, Seismitoad doesn't have great recovery. The Assault Vest Tyranitar is great insurance for like something like a Volcarona, because Volcarona can run through this team. But in the end, like, this is a team that you kind of have to make predictions with. It's not necessarily hyper offense, but it's kind of a team with some mons that need a lot more support in this tier, and they don't necessarily have that support they need. So it's kind of a tough team to use, but like, we'll take a win with it, dude. Let's see if we can get another, honestly. So what we see here is a pretty basic and pretty darn scary offensive team. So I think I want to lead Tapu Lele to 1, get up my terrain, 2, I can take down the Lando, which I assume is Rocks, and I assume this is Scarf Latios, Mega, I would assume this is Assault Vest Magearna, but I wouldn't roll out a Shift Gear 1. This is probably a Z Tapu Lele and a Ash Greninja. That's just my assumptions of the base of the team. So I think Tapu Lele is a good lead here. And if he wants to lead with his Tapu Koko, I'm just going to go right out into Seismitoad, because typically Tapu Koko can't really do too much to hurt the Seismitoad. If he Volt Switches, he's going to be stuck and I can get up my rocks. If he has Grass Knot, then he's going to screw me. And U-turn, he gets his momentum that he wants. So good play on his part. I didn't want to die to a Z move though. I can check what kind of Tapu Koko that is though. So I'm gonna search Tapu Koko, and that's blue, Tapu Koko, Z Wild Charge. So U-turn, that is definitely a Z Wild Charge set because he did 23% to me. Now this is a Latios. I'm just gonna protect, see what he wants to go for here. It might be a Trick, yeah. So Trick's right there. So he is now locked into Trick, and I can go into something that would stop that. Or I can predict a double switch. I think I want to go into my Absol and get my Mega Evolution if possible. He goes into his Greninja, which I will be slower than, I think. 358, yes. So I am slower than his Greninja, and I have no way to hurt this. So what I assume is going to come out here is a probably a water move. He might predict my Seismitoad and go for a Dark Pulse though. I can go Tyranitar and Pursuit Trap him out maybe, or yeah, I don't think he goes for Water Move because I have a Seismitoad. I think he goes for Dark Pulse here. Yep, goes for Dark Pulse. I take no damage from that, and I want to... I don't think he'd bring out the Pinsir. I think his switch is to go into Lando. So I kind of want to predict that and make a double into my Absol, to be honest. Because that's almost definitely rocks Lando. So I'm going to go Absol on his Landorus. Hopefully he stays in on this Ice Beam, but this also lets me get my Mega Evolution, and I should kill this as long as it... Oh. I made a wrong prediction and I got bopped for it. So he has a Choice Scarfed Lando and a Choice Scarfed Latios. So he's Scarf Rocks on Lando, I think. That's really unfortunate because Absol definitely would have been helpful in this match with the Sucker Punch and Knockoff and all. So honestly, that sucks on my part. I guess I made a bad play and I got caught for it. But have to play through the rest of the match. So I'm gonna go... I want to get my rocks up, so I'm specially defensive. I'm gonna get my Stealth Rock up. I need to keep my Zapdos healthy for his Pinsir there. And if he wants to Dark Pulse again, I'm gonna bring out my Tyranitar. He might switch into his Lando and want to get up his own rocks, but we know that his Lando is Choice Scarfed now, so I'm going to go into my Zapdos because he can either U-turn and get Static and Rocky Helmet, or he can set up his rocks and that gives me a free Substitute, or a free Toxic, or a free something, or a free Double Switch. Yeah, so that he can take that Rocky Helmet damage, he doesn't get his rocks up. The other thing that can have rocks on his team would be the Pinsir. But I'm questioning whether he would really have Stealth Rock on Pinsir because you normally want Quick Attack, Frustration, and Earthquake along with Swords Dance. So what I assume is that, so we know this is physical Z move, Tapu Lele. Well, I'm assuming it's Z move, but it's definitely physical Tapu Lele. Nature's Madness, that's cool. So I'm gonna go for Protect. Really good switch on his part. Did I show Protect earlier? I assumed he would have wanted to U-turn out there because he's definitely faster than me. So the Protect fails, so he might want to go for Spikes, and I'm gonna Earthquake. He goes for the Dark Pulse. We will live one of those, and we will take him down to 15%. I can go Tyranitar on the Dark Pulse here. And he goes Latios, so does he want to get Pursuit Trapped? Like, I went Tyranitar last time, and I also keep the Seismitoad as a sack. He might either want to trick me an item, and honestly, like, Choice Scarf could be kind of helpful in this. It wouldn't be like the end of the world. Or he might just want to Defog. So yeah, Defog's there, and now he has a dead Latios. Actually, I don't know if I want to Pursuit Trap him out. Because if I... Like, Tyranitar can pretty much always come in on Latios, right? So, if Tyranitar can always come in on Latios, then it's kind of like a wasted Pokemon for him. So what I can do is make a double switch here, predicting what he would want to switch into, or if he just keeps going for a Defog, that would be cool. I'm gonna go into Zapdos here. Yeah, goes into his Lando. So I know that he's Choice Scarfed. He might want to Stone Edge here, I think would be a good play on his part. So what I'm going to do is go into my Seismitoad for the sack. Unfortunately, I do not get the rocks up. But I assume he wants to get damage off on the Zapdos, which I will not allow because I need to stop Pinsir. This is huge though, because I can, if he wants to knock off my item, I know he's Scarfed. I don't want to Rock Polish right now because if he knocks me off, Rock Polish would be an incredible play because I might just be able to sweep through his team. How much health does Tapu Koko have? Tapu Koko is at 88%. Unfortunately, I'm not Steelium Z, but if I could get this Rock Polish up, that would be huge. I'm going to Rock Polish, expecting the switch to the Latios, which is cool because I can just Iron Head this because I'm faster than it now. If he makes a bad switch here though, then I can take advantage of this. Yeah, it goes right back out into his Lando, which is honestly expected. I assume he wants to U-turn out, so I'm going to go into his Zapdos. But if he made a bad play and decided to go Greninja there for I don't know what reason, you never know what kind of player you're going to find on the ladder. But I knew that he could only knock me off, which would have given me +1 attack. Oh, so this is bad because I no longer have my Seismitoad, so he's going to go right for his Z move. So I think Tyranitar is probably the most expendable member on the team right now. Yeah. So Tyranitar will go down to this. Tapu Lele can be helpful. I think the way I'm going to win this, if I win this, I think I'm going to lose, but I think the way I'm going to win this is with Nature's Madness. So pretty good play on his part, honestly. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, expecting him to want to stand and use his Z move. I do want him to use his Z move though, because I don't want him to have it lurking in the back, because that can take down other things on my team. Yes, it's exactly what I expected. Yeah, so if I am to win this match, it's not going to be with Tyranitar, because Tyranitar gets beasted by most of his team. What I can do here is go for, I want to expect the Magearna, not the Greninja. If he goes Greninja, really good play. But I'm going to Psyshock expecting Magearna because I'm Choice Specs, and I assume he's Assault Vest. I assume that's Assault Vest. And then he can just Volt Switch here. Yeah, we've pretty much lost this. So he can Volt Switch there. Bring out his Tapu Koko. I'm pretty sure his Tapu Koko will kill me with a Wild Charge. Yeah. Tapu Koko will kill me with a Wild Charge. That's probably his best move. He can also go Greninja, which Hydro Pumps. Yeah, I can let him kill me and then go off a miss, I think. Dark Pulse. Okay. So I think the best play for me to win is to just go off misplays or misses or something. Yeah, so I'm going to try to flinch down his Lando because I don't really have any better options, honestly. He can kind of just Earthquake through me. So my only way to win this match is if I get some Iron Head flinches, and if that happens, I'm going to feel terrible. But I'm still going to try, you know. Pinsir. Okay. That is... Oh, good play, honestly. He might want to double back into Lando, and in that case, I'm going to Sword Stance here, actually. Goes for Earthquake. Smart play, smart play. He can now just quick attack me. So, yep. Tapu Lele, because he has to quick attack. but honestly, the Choice Scarf Lando can win. Yeah, there's no hope. GG's. That's what happens, you know. Play with a team like this, you get those kinds of matchups, and you just like, you can't break through their team, and their team's also like powerful enough to just like smash through you. So we'll get one more game with this team. The Absol has not put in any work. It can be a really hard Pokemon to use because you face a Choice Scarf Lando on a team that doesn't look like Choice Scarf Lando, and you just get killed. This team, I predict a Choice Scarf Lando on though, because I assume his Ferrothorn has the rocks. Seismitoad can be good for Keldeo, maybe. I really wish I had Heat Wave on my Zapdos this time. I'm gonna lead my Zapdos, expecting him to want to lead with. I was predicting a Choice Scarf Lando lead, but leading Zapdos on Keldeo is also great. I assume he would want to go into his Tyranitar or his Tapu Koko, so I'm just gonna throw off a Toxic here. Unfortunately, that might hint to him that I'm not Heat Wave on Zapdos, but fortunately I do have Flamethrower on Absol, on Tyranitar, and I have Hidden Power Fire on Tapu Lele. Excuse me. So I should have a sufficient amount of fire moves. We're bringing the heat. We're literally bringing the heat this match. Mega Absol is so hard to use though. Like, you really need to get him in the right circumstance, and like, you have one surprise Choice Scarfer, he lives 0 hits, he dies in 1 hit all the time. Having the Magic Bounce ability is great and all, but you know, like, it can be tough, you know, when you have it on something that has no bulk. Like, you can't just like throw it out there to Magic Bounce something back. Like Sableye, you can throw it back on an attack, or somebody trying to set up hazards. Absol, you throw it out trying to bounce back hazards, and you better be sure about that prediction, because you're gonna die if you get hit by anything else, which is just an unbelievable amount of suck. And we don't like all that much suck. So I kind of want to go Seismitoad here. I predict that he's going to want to Pursuit me, to be honest. I'm gonna actually try to sub here, hoping that he, goes for a Pursuit there. I assume this is Choice Banded, and I just want to make sure, because if he is Choice Banded, he can die to Toxic. I can sub and then just roost it back off, because he can't switch moves into like Stone Edge, which would kill me. Yeah, so I can just roost back up here. I don't think that should be doing too much. Yeah, so since we know he is Choice Banded, that was a really, I just clicked Spotify. So my Spotify is about to pop up. That was a really, really aggressive play on my part, but I didn't want to get Pursuit trapped out, and I assumed this was going to be a Choice Banded Tyranitar. So wait, stop installing Spotify. Is that even showing up on my thing? This Spotify is trying to close window. Okay, yes, all right. I'm trying to have the Pokemon battle here. Thunderbolt. So I want to say that he would be Choice Specs then. I assume he wants to get up his Ferrothorn here. So stop trying to open Spotify. Yeah, it goes Ferrothorn. So probably just wants to get out his rocks. Unfortunately, Absol does not kill Ferrothorn in 1 hit. I don't really have anything that kills Ferrothorn in 1 hit. Maybe doubling into Absol would have been the better play there, instead of setting up my rocks. I think a Gyro Ball will kill my Absol in 1 hit, to be honest. And that is something I am afraid of. I can go into Zapdos and set up a sub, because he really can't do much to touch me, and then I can get a paralysis off on him. But that would let him set up like tons of layers of spikes. Alright, Tyranitar, what do you do this game? Not too much. Tyranitar, you do have Flamethrower though, and he goes for a Toxic, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna go for a Flamethrower because I can do big damage to this, and Tyranitar really does not stop much this game. Goes for a Leech Seed there, kind of predicting a Protect, to be honest. I feel like he would be Toxic, Leech Seed, Protect. So, or he could double here into his Keldeo. Absol, are you faster than Keldeo? How fast is Keldeo? Where am I? Alright. Let me just pull it up in the calculator. Keldeo, what's your speed? Oh, wrong side. Alright, gotta do it on this side. Keldeo, what's your speed, dude? How fast are you? I feel like Keldeo could run a marathon. What are AMZ? 346, and Absol's speed is 358. Then again, you can't hurt him at all, so I don't even know why I did that. What I'm going to do is switch into my Tapu Lele here, actually. Expecting either a switch or a protect. Yes, goes into his Keldeo, and that will let me just throw off a Moonblast or a Hidden Power Fire or a Focus Blast. Focus Blast is going to be my play. I kind of expect the... Oh wait, his Tyranitar is low though. He could go Scizor. Hidden Power Fire into Hidden Power Fire, because I'm Choice Specs, might kill the Tyranitar plus the rocks. Yeah, I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fire. If he stays in and just attacks me, really, really great play. Very bold. But I want to make a prediction because that's just the kind of player I am. Even when I don't necessarily need to. Yeah, so we catch the Ferrothorn on the Hidden Power Fire, get rid of the Ferrothorn, and he does not know if I'm Scarfed or anything. How much does a Hidden Power Fire do to a Tyranitar? Yeah, Tyranitar with a Choice Band versus a Tapu Lele. Right here, a Hidden Power Fire will do 9.1 to 10%. But here's the thing, he's going to pursue me. So I feel like I have to go for this roll. I feel like that's still my best play though, to keep my Tapu Lele alive, because if I would have switched, he absolutely would have killed me. So it was a roll versus absolute death. So I still take damage, but that's how the cookie crumbles, you know? So Zapdos is really helpful for Scizor. Tyranitar is not really helpful for anything. I assume you might want to go for a sub, but I'm going to go... Tyranitar is helpful for the Tapu Koga, to be honest. So I'm going to go into my Seismitoad. He goes for a Scald, which is great, dude. I'm just making like power plays, honestly. I want to go for an Earthquake, but I think Toxic is the better play. Yeah, it goes Scizor, which is... it's fine. I can go Tapu Lele and Hidden Power Fire. Alternatively, I can go into my Zapdos, who can eat pretty much any hit, and if he U-turns, he's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. Superpower, I'll eat that up. He gets himself paralyzed. Dude, I'm so sorry. What I'm going to do is go for a substitute right now, because I can. I'm going to throw a Toxic on this Lando, probably wants to get off rocks, but great thing is, like, if he doesn't have a rock move, he can't really touch me unless I Roost and he Earthquakes, but that is just a mind game thing, and typically I'm pretty good because I use Zapdos all the time. I'm pretty good about the mind games. Obviously it depends on the person, but I love Zapdos. Zapdos is really one of my like comfort mons. As you can probably see, I throw it on like every team, and actually does not break my sub with that, so I get a Roost up here. He must be like absolute minimum attack, and it must also be a roll, to be honest. So I think I can just Toxic here again in case he switches and he catches the This guy's probably sitting at his computer like, this guy's power playing me, dude. This is so dumb. He's going to Volt Switch or he's going to Thunderbolt, and I'm going to get up another sub. On it, I just realized this is such a stupid set. Why do I have Rocky Helmet and Substitute? I should absolutely be leftovers if I want to be Substitute. The thing is, the reason I'm like this is because Rocky Helmet helps with like Hull Lucha and stuff, because Discharge doesn't always pick up the KO if they're a bulky variant, but Rocky Helmet helps get that damage. Also, he forfeits. But I also wanted to be Substitute for Toxapex, so that's the reason. But I still think it would be better if I was leftovers with Substitute. But anyway, we get 2 wins with that team, which is actually a lot better than I thought we were gonna do. So still not like super high on the ladder, so that's probably why. But Cobalion did well in the first game, and Absol could have cleaned up. Yeah, Absol, like, if we continued playing this game, I think Absol would have been the late game sweeper. Because once you get everything low enough, Absol will Flamethrower the Scizor and knock off everything else. As long as the Keldeo is low enough, you get some damage off on that. But Absol definitely would have been able to clean up. But verdict is Absol is super hard to use. Not super reliable. And tough. So Cobalion, some merit against some teams, but we got 2 wins with the team, so that's awesome. So I just said so like 15 times. Have a great day. Peace out. Leave some more mods in the comments. You want to see something? You want to see me use a lantern or something? Leave it in the comments. I'll use a lantern.